baby, we are back, and we are black here. WLTH 1370M, that's 92.7 in the FM dial. I am Scott Cannon. This is Straight Out of the Cannon. It is 6:32 in the PM here on Friday. The future's here. The future's now. And future's not looking so good for us if you ate some Taco Bell recently. Let me get this caller really quick before I start the story. Hello, caller. What's up?
Good evening. I'm sorry, but I'd like to ask you to repeat the phone numbers and names of the persons we're to call, please.
Oh, yes, sure.
Thanks so much.
Oh, it's all good. I thought you were gonna. Okay. Yes, from the last segment, Senator Jim Banks of the great state of Indiana, Hoosiers. Make sure you call him at 202-224-4814. And also Senator Todd Young of the great state of Indiana, Hoosier, at 202-224-5623. Yes, make sure you call your senators. Tell them no to Section 219. Remember, that's our area code, 219, here in Northwest Indiana. Make sure you call them. Multiple times you have to. But as we were going before we actually we started talking about our senators, yes, there is a record Cyclosporiasis outbreak here in America. Like, this is seemingly, I mean, it's crazy, but diarrhea might be the thing that brings us down as a nation. It might be the thing that ends the American empire. This is a real crisis. You have over 1,600 cases across 34 states. 34 states. So here's how we got to this point. Infections from the diarrhea-causing parasite Cyclospora are surging, with state-level data suggesting that 2026 is already the worst year in American history for this infection. Worst ever. More than 30 states have reported infections this year. The current data from them shows that the number of infections is surpassing the record mark in American history of 4,700, which was set 7 years ago in 2019. This illness is usually not life-threatening and is typically treated with antibiotics. Now, health officials have not yet definitively identified what is causing these infections. On Tuesday, federal health officials said that there may be different infection patterns in different places. A major cluster of more than 400 illnesses since June in Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky has many of these investigators looking for a common source. Now, what's the common source? They think it's Taco Bell. Like, seriously. Damn. Yes. Thank God I have not gone to a Taco Bell in like 20 years. Because I value my bowels, mostly. The links are to these Taco Bell locations where fresh items were pulled as a precaution. So at least they are doing a good job of that. Now, there's been no confirmed source, but the state of Michigan alone has over 3,300 cases, which is way above their typical fare. And the officials are warning that this resilient parasite resists simple washing. So don't just think that you're going to wash off your lettuce or whatever and just get rid of it. No, this is a resistant parasite. And you have to cook it. You have to cook this produce and seek stool tests for lasting symptoms. I do not envy that whatsoever. After conducting more than 1,000 interviews with patients early information has shown that lettuce is a common product that regularly comes up during the investigation. Always lettuce, said Natasha Bagdasarian at the Michigan Health Department. She's their chief medical executive. Because of that commonality, and because the produce has been behind some past Cyclospora outbreaks, Michigan officials have advised the consumers to buy whole heads of lettuce, discard the outer layers, thoroughly wash what is left. They also suggested people avoid bagged lettuce. I've been known to buy bagged lettuce. I will not be buying any bagged lettuce anytime soon. Again, I value my bowels. On Tuesday, Taco Bell's restaurant chain issued a statement saying that it had voluntarily and temporarily removed limited ingredients at select restaurants as a precautionary measure. They said, "We will continue to closely monitor the situation and follow the guidance of public health authorities." Cyclospora is a microscopic spherical parasite that commonly causes watery diarrhea with frequent and sometimes explosive bowel movement. Oh, hell no.
No!
Oh, hell no.
No! 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 No!
Yeah, the heat-loving parasite infects the bowels and spreads through feces. In the past, people have been infected by consuming fruits or vegetables that were exposed to feces-contaminated irrigation water. This illness, called Cyclosporiasis, is less common than other foodborne illnesses caused by other germs, including Salmonella and E. coli. Many cases were never linked to a specific food or other source, and for years, a few U.S. Cyclospora outbreaks were reported. But the number started rising about 10 years ago, with a notable spike around 2018 and 2019. Now, the experts, this is just what the experts are saying. The experts are saying that it's likely that Cyclospora cases were underreported historically because some common tests used to check for food poisoning have not been geared to detect Cyclospora, and they attribute the increasing trend in cases to climate change and better detection. So those things, you might need to take that into account as well. The worst year for U.S. infections, as we talked about, was 7 years ago in 2019, where there were over 4,700 illnesses, but we're blowing way past that today. We way past that today. Over 5,000 people probably, glued to their toilets at this point. On Tuesday, the health officials from the CDC issued a health alert that said since May the 1st, the agency is aware of over 2,000 domestic cases and 5,100 that require further analysis to confirm whether the infections were acquired in the United States. This comes from 34 states. Though I will say it is good news that no deaths have been reported. So let's be happy about that, Oops, wrong. Yes, no deaths. No deaths thus far. It can take days or weeks. Now watch out here. It can take days to weeks for someone currently exposed to the parasite to develop symptoms. It's not clear to what extent people currently are being infected, or whether many of the exposures have happened earlier. But it's expected that these case numbers will grow throughout August. So that's not good. That's not good. Now again, this is issues and answers. We got the issue. What is the answer? The best way to avoid exposure to Cyclospora is to avoid food and water from unsafe sources. I might be chilling on the farmer's market, or just if I don't know somebody and they're giving me like random vegetables, I might be hesitant to take it this year. I'm just saying, because I don't want Cyclospora, and then if I do take it, I'm gonna have to wash it, and I'm definitely gonna cook Definitely cook this. Any foods to be eaten raw, such as produce, should be thoroughly washed with potable water before use or consumption, which will decrease but not eliminate the risk of Cyclospora transmission. One thing I used to do back in the days was I used to actually use white vinegar. I would rinse my lettuce with white vinegar. That's what I do. You know, I'm not messing around. Just saying. The only surefire way to avoid it is cooking the vegetables. Cook these vegetables. Cyclospora dies at 158 degrees. So that's a lot. Now, a lot of people are going, well, why is this happening? Why is this happening now? What's going on that would cause this? Well, as we've talked about very recently, many of our departments and agencies that were designed to catch like this were destroyed in the Doge cuts by the world's richest man, Elon Musk, as a part of their grand design to save money. The Trump administration literally decided it would be, I don't know, a great idea to stop monitoring active surveillance for Cyclospora. Why would they do that? Along with a host of other foodborne illnesses like listeria. And so now the only two pathogens that our government is monitoring is Salmonella and E. coli. So good luck, everybody. Good luck. The CDC alone has lost about a quarter of their workforce since Donald Trump has been in office since in January 2025. So in about a year and a half, we've lost a huge, huge chunk of the people whose job it was to monitor stuff just like this. They even cut key experts amongst the disease detectives. And I know a lot of people think, oh man, the government is just bureaucratic, but we have no idea whatsoever what the CDC was actually protecting us from all these years. But we will very soon. Okay, because there's other pathogens out there like Vibrio. Vibrio is a flesh-eating bacteria that causes serious illness, ICU hospitalization, limb amputation, and even death in 1 in 5 cases. 20% of the people who get Vibrio lose their lives. So you would think that the administration would be, I don't know, monitoring, for this particular deadly, dangerous pathogen. Oh no. They dismantled deep ocean monitoring networks, which were crucial for predicting the conditions in which Vibrio would thrive. So good luck with that. We also have a huge screwworm pandemic now. And the cattle industry, get ready to pay a whole lot more for beef, everybody, which sucks for me because I buy beef quite a bit, when I go shopping. But I mean, I went to the store not too long ago. Hot dogs are like $6. Some of them were $9. The good Oscar Mayer kind. Like, what the hell, man? The beef hot dogs. What are you going to do? The USDA unit that is responsible for, keeping screwworm from embedding itself in all of our cattle. Well, Doge cut it. The Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service lost over 2,000 employees under Doge. That is 23%. 23% of the entire service. The USDA, as an organization, the USDA has lost over 20,000 workers. 20,000 workers just since January of 2025. So again, this is what's happened under the administration of less regulations. Oh no, we don't like regulations. This is what the regulations are for, to keep you from dying from screwworm and Vibrio. And so you won't be chained to your toilet with, Cyclospora. Now, the Trump 1.0, his first term, he started dismantling a lot of these agencies as well. So this isn't just a Trump 2.0 thing. This is Trump 1.0 as well. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris could have reinstated a lot of these health regulations that were gutted under the first Trump administration, but instead they chose to expand his cuts to food testing. And the person they had running the USDA, a dairy industry lobbyist. So, good luck. Good luck. As I said, if you got any vegetables, you better cook the hell out of it. And when it comes to the meats we're eating, you're just gonna have to pray on it, I guess. Cook it. Make sure you cook it good. I've never been somebody who eats medium rare and eats steaks rare anyway. I cook everything well done anyway. I have even more incentive to do so now. All right, folks, it is 6:49 in the PM. This has been a very eventful first hour, so you know what time it is. It's time for some happy happies. Please stay with us here on Straight Out of the Cannon with me, Scott Cannon, here on WLTH 1370M. That is 92.7 in the FM dial. If you're nasty, be right back after these.